Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Russ gets kicked out the club in the middle of performing, and DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia sues Travis Scott. Adam 22 versus XXL, and Slick Rick talks Old Town Road. Let's talk hip hop. Wow, like this is, yo, like I done seen him throw like niggas out the club before, right? But not the rapper, right? Like if you getting too rowdy in the club, yeah, they gonna throw you out. You know what I'm saying? If you mad drunk in the club or falling asleep in the club, yeah, they gonna throw you out. They threw out the rap. Not only did they throw out the rapper, right? He was on stage performing. They threw his black ass. He ain't even black. They threw his black ass. Now see? Now you know how it feels to be treated like a nigga. You want to be a motherfucker? Yo, this is crazy, right? But it's kind of funny, right? Like, I like Russ, right? You know, Russ is like very outspoken, and it's a little funny but weird at the same time, right? So, alright, so he's in the club performing. Well, he's not performing yet. He was getting ready to perform. He was letting people know, yeah, you know, doors open at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna be there in KAOS, you know what I'm saying? He was on Twitter tweeting out mad stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. But then he was like, but I'm not going on till 2, so y'all better drink slowly, right? Already being funny, right? But this is Russ, right? Like, he'll tell like a little bit too much than he should, right? So the club doesn't want all the fans to know that Russ is not going on stage till 2. If you're not going on stage till 2, that's you. But we want people to be here drinking, filling up the venue now. You know what I'm saying? 4 hours before Russ comes out. But I guess Russ feels like, nah, I'm letting them know I'm going on at 2 because they're gonna be mad at me when I come on at 2, but they've been standing up for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so, you know, Russ gets there to the venue, like him and his crew, they have like a lot of demands that they want, right? So they were being like quote unquote difficult, right? And I don't know how difficult they are because somebody might ask for one little thing and then, oh my God, you being so difficult, you know? So I don't know the magnitude of difficult that Russ was being, but I do know that Russ is the type of dude that could, you know, come off as a difficult, maybe pushy person, or maybe even like an asshole, you know? But that's really because he's like outspoken, right? So anyway, part of the demands were they wanted to like set up their own sound system and definitely use like their own microphones, right? So now they're trying to like patch the sound from their microphones to the sound system and the boards that are in the venue in KAOS, right? And guess what? It was a bunch of fucking chaos. You feel me? So Russ is there on stage, and I mean, I don't know why he just didn't want to use the microphones that were provided by the venue, but you know, he's there on stage, he's performing, you know, and if you're gonna show up like at that same night while everything is going on and y'all didn't get a chance to like do sound check or practice or anything like that, you probably should just use their equipment because you know all their equipment works together well, right? So Russ is frustrated, right? So by the time he gets on stage, he feels like he needs to tell the crowd what's going on, right? So he's like, their sound system sucks. They're not helping me out. They're not, you know, giving me what I need. And then everybody in the crowd, like, they don't want to hear that. They're here to listen to the music. They're here to like, you know, vibe out and chill, right? This is not your show. It's not like he's even at his show or his venue where people are coming to your show to see you perform and to hear what you have to say, like going on this experience with you. Like if I'm at a DMX show, I'm going on this experience with him. So even if he's not rapping, even if he takes 5 or 10 minutes to just talk about whatever's on his mind, I'm still right there with you. I'm tuned in, right? But if you're performing at the club, you know, then yo, you know, people don't want to really hear none of that. They just want to hear you perform and that's it. So as he's, you know, expressing his gripes against, you know, KAOS on stage, you know, they basically just politely went up there on stage and said, sir, the exit is over here. You know what I'm saying? Which, it makes sense, right? So Russ is super outspoken, right? But sometimes you got to choose like when you could be outspoken and when you can't be, right? So like if you're, on Twitter and you say something negative and you have a bunch of followers that's following you, a lot of those followers are going to take that thing personally. You can't just generalize a negative statement. If you're in the club, you can't generalize a negative statement, right? Now, if you're in an interview and you're asked a question about a specific person, and you can be negative then, because then you also have a chance to like break it down within the context of what you're saying, the reason why you feel like this, right? When it's just a quick, tweet or a quick picture or a quick, hey, yo, shout out to my home, like on stage, it doesn't translate well. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Russ and I fuck with his music, but I think that he just misspoke, or he was like dead, he was wrong in this situation, to be honest with you, So after he got kicked out of the venue, Russ went on Twitter and he kind of like told his side of the story. Alright, so Russ says, sorry to the fans that came out. Like I said on stage, I wasn't gonna let the venue fuck up the show repeatedly without saying something to y'all who paid y'all money and waited, etc. They didn't like me calling them out, and like I also said, they'll tell a different story, but y'all saw, right? So he's still like sticking to like his guns, right? So though he said sorry to the fans, he also still was talking shit about the venue, right? And how they was messing him up and how, they didn't hold him down or whatever the case may be. But honestly, it really seems like, my man, y'all failed to do sound check. You wanted to come with your own equipment, and that's what happened. I mean, if you wanted to come with your own equipment, maybe you should have, or send like somebody from your team there earlier during the day before doors open, just to make sure everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the case, right? So Bad Bunny performed, not, that same night, but Bad Bunny has performed there. Ozuna has performed there. Like a few other acts have performed there, and they didn't have any trouble with the sound, their microphones, the venue, or anything. So it shows that it has to be you and something within you and your process threw a monkey wrench in our process and messed everything up. But let me know what y'all think about this. Yo, this is crazy, right? Because, alright, so DJ Paul, right, who is like a legend in the hip-hop game, right? 1/3 of 3 6 Mafia. I mean, but 3 6 Mafia had mad people, right? Down from Gangsta Boo to Lord Infamous to Crunchy Black, and there was like 3 people left, right? Crunchy Black, Juicy J, and DJ Paul, right? So then Crunchy Black left, and there was only 2 people in 3 6 Mafia, DJ Paul and Juicy J, right? And so people are like, yo, we need a 3 6 Mafia reunion, whatever, right? So DJ Paul, right, ends up suing Travis Scott for $20 million over that song that Travis Scott had with Juice WRLD called No Bystanders, right? So in the song No Bystanders, you can hear it, and it is very prominent, where he's like, fuck the club up, fuck the club up. Actually, that's Chef West in the hook that's saying, fuck the club up, fuck the club up, right? But that sounds exactly like when 3 6 Mafia and DJ Paul was like, tear the club up, tear the club up. And Tear the Club Up came out like back in 1997, right? Fuck the Club Up came out, just last year on Astro World with Travis Scott, right? So it's funny, but I see where DJ Paul is coming from when he's like, yo, you can't be using like my words or it's sort of like intellectual property, where you're not saying the same line that he said, because, originally DJ Paul said, tear the club up, and Travis Scott is like saying, fuck the club up. But at the same time, like, you definitely know where Travis Scott got it from. It's the same like voice pattern, the same cadence, it's used like in the same way. So obviously he got it from DJ Paul, right? But, you know, so I did a little digging, right? I did a little research because I'm like, how could a super huge star like Travis Scott get away with putting that on his whole album, putting the album out, and then just getting sued by DJ Paul like today? Like, how come DJ Paul didn't know about this a long time ago, right? But I feel like DJ Paul did know about this a long time ago, because I was looking at the credits and the writers on that song, No Bystanders, right? And even though it's like 2 or 3 people on the song, because I mean, the whole, you know, song is Travis Scott, and then you have Juice WRLD just doing the hook on the song, right? And then there's a little part, like I told you, with Sheck West going, fuck the club up, right? So there's 2 people really on the song, and then you got Sheck West in the background saying fuck the club up. But there are like probably 10 or 12 writers of this on there. I mean, they even have Bjork on there. Like, when did Bjork write anything on, you know, Travis Scott's album? But I guess she did, you know what I'm saying? So on this, I'm saying on this one song, there's 12 different writers, right? Sheck West is one of them too, which is definitely interesting. But also, DJ Paul is a writer on there. Juicy J is a writer on there from 3 6 Mafia. Crunchy Black is a writer on there. Gangsta Boo is a writer on there, right? So I'm like, Travis Scott is not going to be able to put writing credits for 4 people that used to be down with 3 6 Mafia just because, you know, he used that one line in the song without them knowing, without their permission, you know? So it's funny. Like, why would DJ Paul then go sue him, right? Did he not get paid? Maybe, even though his name is in the writing credits. I don't know, did he not get paid what he felt like was enough? But I know, like, that DJ Paul, I know for a fact that DJ Paul, anybody who wants to use, like, you know, samples from 3 6 Mafia or a line or anything like that, DJ Paul will let them use that shit quick. He signs it. He don't even care who the artist is, what the project is, because he's like, if you need a piece of my art to create your own art, like, I know this for a fact, that he's like, you know what? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna sign off on it and I'm gonna let you use my art. You know what I'm saying? They did Power Glide with Ray Strummerd. They did Suck a Nigga Dick or something with A$AP Ferg. They did Fuck 'em Then I Get Some Money with Cardi B and G-Eazy. Like, they have, like, a lot of people have sampled 3 6 Mafia, and a lot of people are using, like, their intellectual property. So why wouldn't Travis Scott just get the sign off too? Especially an artist of that caliber. You know what I'm saying? So something, they're not telling us something here. Like, why would DJ Paul come out of nowhere now and decide to sue Travis Scott? And that's after you did get credits for writing or co-writing part of the song, and that's because he used one of your lines. He never said that he didn't use the line. He never shied away from it and gave y'all credit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of weird. I want to, like, see how this develops, because it's something that they ain't letting us know. Let me know what you feel about this in the comments. Alright, so Adam22 is like, I've been in a copyright dispute with XXL for 2 months over a 30-second clip in this hour-long live stream. It's blatantly fair use. Stop abusing the system, right? So that's Adam22. Like, he tweeted that out today, right? Yo, this is crazy, right? Because he did like a little XXL video, well, not a little video, he did like a whole hour-long live stream, and this was like 2 months ago, right? So the other day, I did a XXL video too, right? And I guess what happens is, you know, and Adam22 is kind of in the wrong, and YouTube, like, if you are a YouTuber, which Adam22 is, right, but he's just like super huge, right? YouTube tells you like what you can and cannot use in your videos, right? So like certain like clips of certain things I can't use in my video. Like, I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and let's say I'm talking about, I don't know, Lil Yachty saying something about the City Girls, and I want to cut to a clip of that real quick, right? I can't do that unless I have permission of the owner of that clip or that publication or whatever it is. It's not that I have to get permission from Lil Yachty or the City Girls. It's I have to get permission from whatever outlet that clip came from, right? So And I have done this before. I made the mistake of putting like little clips or whatever in my video. And what'll happen is they'll let it play. It's not like they're going to block the video. They're not going to take it down. They're not going to mute your video or whatever like that, how they used to do before. Instead, they're just going to say, well, since it's a clip of our video, you don't get to make any money off of any of your video, right? So the way that YouTubers really make money is through ads. So like if you see this video, right? And then before the video starts, you see an ad for some, pet detergent for your dog's bed or something like that, or an ad for like Postmates or something like that, which I always see, by the way. If Postmates was a person, I would fucking choke Postmates, because I see ads for Postmates every single time I try to watch a damn YouTube video, right? All I see is King Batch. Hey, I'm King Batch for Postmates. Like, yo, shut up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a whole nother thing, right? But so if y'all see like a little advertisement or something like that, the YouTuber whose video that advertisement is playing, in the front of, that YouTuber gets money, right? That YouTuber doesn't get a lot of money. They get maybe like 2 cents, but it adds up, right? So if this person and that person's watching it, and the more views you have on a video, the more people look at the ad, more money the YouTuber makes, right? So cool, simple, right? So what happens is Adam22, he puts together this whole live stream. He wastes all his time. He edits it. He uploads it. He formulates his opinion. He's got all the graphics and everything in the background going. He's talking about different pitches. He shows a clip of Rico Nasty's XXL freshman pitch, and then he talks about it. He shows a clip of Skinny from the Nine's XXL freshman pitch, and then he talks about that. He shows a clip of Key Glock's XXL pitch, and then he talks about that. Right? And Adam22 should know, right? But here's the thing. You're showing clips. You're showing mad clips of XXL stuff that they work for, that they, put money into, that they curated, uploaded, edited, and then you showed it in your video too. So even though you're just using a piece of their video, bro, XXL is saying, you know what, instead of Adam22 getting paid off of this hour-long live stream that he put together, they want to get paid off of it. And automatically what YouTube does without your permission or anything like that is they'll switch the funds from you to the person who put the copyright claim on your video. And now they're getting paid for a video that Adam22 did, and basically he did a video for free, right? And so, but you as the YouTuber, you have the right to dispute that copyright claim, right? And then it goes up to like a YouTube board, and they, review it, and they go all this and that, and they might deny it. They might, say the other person is in the right. They might say, you know what, it seems like you're in the right, so we're going to switch everything back over to you. Whatever the case may be, right? So I guess what happened is, they don't take really that long to review it. They'll take like maybe 72 hours to review it, and they'll get back to you. But I guess Adam22 then went again and tried to dispute it again, and it's probably taken it to a different level to where he might even have gotten his lawyers to go to the YouTube office, right? Because Adam22 is like right there in Cali where YouTube is, right? Whereas I'm all the way here in New York, and if they want to take my fucking little, $20 on the video, then let them take that shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, right? But you gotta understand, right? So you have to be real careful when dealing with YouTube, because it's like you wouldn't want, like Adam22 wouldn't want me using a clip from his video and my shit, and then I get all the money when he's like, yo, using my clip, bro? Like, I want to get paid off of that type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a real slippery slope. But Adam22, he did express like his opinion about what happened with him and XXL, but honestly, like, you should know better, bro. Like, don't use other people's clips in your videos. Why are you doing that? Let me know what y'all think about this. Alright, so this is the same thing that I've been saying, right? So, well, I want to take my horse to the old town road. Like, people either love it or hate it, right? Me, I love it, man. I'll be all in my car, ride till I can't no more. Like, I be on some shit, you know what I'm saying? But other people are like, I hate this. I can't believe it. What has hip hop come to? Our culture's being messed up and all this other stuff, right? And I think that opinion or that aspect of it is super funny to me because, yo, wasn't Will Smith, you know, in West Philadelphia, born and raised. He wasn't rapping about gangbanging and being in the streets. He was having fun with hip hop. Wasn't Will Smith the same one that was spray painting the wall? The cops come and he's like, oh no, officer, I'm just spray painting, you know, some deodorant under my arms, you know. He even, wasn't Will Smith the one that, you moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air, you know. I mean, didn't Biz Markie, you know, do his dance and was mad funny with it? You know, wasn't, you know, a Slick Rick mad funny with it? You know, so I try to figure out where, you know, these purists are getting the information about how, what the hell happened to hip hop, and back in the day hip hop was a certain way and now it's this way. Hip hop has always been funny. You know, Kid and Play have always done that funny ass dance, hopping up on one foot. You know, they was having house party 1, 2, 3, 4, 17. Like, hip hop wasn't always NWA. Hip hop wasn't always Wu-Tang. I mean, that was definitely an aspect of hip hop, but an aspect of hip hop was also the Fresh Prince, Kid and Play, Biz Markie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people hate Lil Nas X so much, like he's messing up something in the culture when he's not. He's actually a kid having fun with hip hop. And guess what? He's not rapping about doing drugs. He's not rapping about shooting nobody. He ain't rapping about selling drugs. He's having fun with hip hop, and his message is semi-positive, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, right? But I do get when like Dave East says, oh man, I think Old Town Road is whack, because Dave East does have every right to have his own damn opinion. And who am I to tell Dave East to like Old Town Road? If he don't like it, he don't like it. I mean, he's a lyricist, he's a lyrical rapper, and he takes his music and his version of it, because everybody is showing you what their version of hip hop is to them, right? And Dave East is saying, no, my version of hip hop is not that. My version of hip hop is lyrics and, you know, everything like that. And, you know, talking about your struggle and being from the hood. And that's cool too, right? So they asked Slick Rick, like an old school rapper, Slick Rick, the ruler, the legend, you know, the storyteller god, you know, about his opinion on Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, right? And, you know, as he was basically saying that he hasn't really heard the song, but he's heard of the song. He heard of Lil Nas X. He does know who that is, and he knows that it's like a hip hop, you know, infusion with country music. I really wish that Slick Rick would have heard the song, but even though he didn't hear the song, he basically gave an opinion saying that, you know, what's wrong with him coming out with a country trap song. He said that, you know, a lot of people like to have fun with hip hop, and Slick Rick even went to the point of saying that back in the day when before he even started rapping, when he was thinking about what his, you know, persona would be, you know, what kind of jacket would he put on, what would he represent, what is hip hop to him, that he said this out of his own words. He was like, I wanted to be like Eddie Murphy. I wanted to be like, what if Eddie Murphy would start rapping? That's what he said, right? So I'm like, wow, okay. So Slick Rick is definitely on some funny shit, some joking shit, some trolling shit, but there was no internet back then, so trolling wasn't even a word. The only troll we knew was the trolls with the colorful hair and the diamond in their stomach. But, you know, so Slick Rick is like saying, yeah, you know, that he likes it and supports it, right? He even went on to say, like, he just wanted to be able to tell funny ass stories and be like a cool storyteller, but at the same time have some comedy and some jokes in there, right? And then you see it, man. Like, a lot of people get their style from Slick Rick, Redman, you know, Busta Rhymes, even now today, Ski Master, Slump God, Lil Nas X. Even though I don't think Lil Nas X was thinking about Slick Rick at all, I think that Lil Nas X was thinking more about like Young Thug. But still, like, a lot of people get their style from the person who got their style from Slick Rick. You feel me? So, you know, I like it. And Slick Rick is talking like dead ass facts. Like, yo, what the hell do you have to be mad at some kid coming out having fun with hip hop for? You know what I'm saying? Let me know about this in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane. That's Jonny Fastlane on Instagram and Twitter. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.